morning and welcome to my senior year first day of school. So it's been a long time coming, I'll tell you that right now. But I didn't start school on Monday like everybody else because I only have Tuesday, Thursday classes. Well, I mean, technically I kind of did a little bit because I started an online class yesterday, but my first actual day of going to school is today. It is Tuesday, August 20th, 2019, and I'm going into my first day of my first semester in my senior year of college at Valdosta State University, if you're new. But if you can hear something in the background, the dogs are eating their breakfast. But this is wild just a little bit because I felt like I'd never get to college, and now that I'm here and almost done, it's a weird feeling. But I'm gonna try my best to update you throughout the day. I have class from 9:30 until 3:15, and then I have work at 5. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get on campus because I'm just gonna be back to back to back to back to back. But I'll do my best to vlog in public because I'm not the best at it if you're new, but I'm gonna do my best. There's one class that I'm not particularly excited about. It's a communications class, and I just needed an easy A elective. So I took it, but it's a sophomore level class. So hopefully it's not gonna be that bad because I hate public speaking a whole lot. But hopefully it'll be fine. My first class is a senior seminar, so I'm not really expecting a whole lot of that out of that today. And because it's syllabus week, I don't expect a lot out of any of my classes. But since all of mine, apart from one, is our 4,000 level classes, our senior classes, we're probably gonna start some stuff today because it's it's our last year, so why not throw everything at us all at once, you know what I'm saying? So I'll probably get more sappy towards the end of this vlog, or I might not. Today, this is probably gonna be the only day of this vlog because like I said, I only have Tuesday, Thursday classes. I think last time I did a first day vlog, I did Monday and Tuesday because I had different classes on those days, but because I only have Tuesday, Thursday classes, I don't think I need to do more than just today because it's gonna be repetitive, it's gonna be the same thing. So with that being said, it's probably just gonna be today. So I hope you enjoy this vlog and thank you for watching. All right, so good morning. I am about to be on my way to campus. I'm leaving pretty much an hour early to account for people who aren't familiar with the area, people who have just moved off campus, new commuters that are new freshmen that are commuting from their parents' house, and you know, just basically an influx of traffic. So I'm leaving about an hour early. Typically I leave about 30 minutes early from my apartment, but in the first week I like to leave an hour early just to account for that traffic. And there's a lot of new people who are using the commuter parking deck that haven't really used it before. They've only used either the resident one, or they just haven't been to campus at all yet, like the freshman commuters. So I'm just trying to account for all these things. I really want to find a close parking spot, but I know for sure that isn't going to happen. I got really spoiled and really lucky with my summer class because every day I got to park on the first floor because not many people take in-person summer classes because it's a pain in the ass, but it was worth it. I enjoyed it. I don't feel like I got really that much of a summer break because of it. So this doesn't feel like a big deal going back to school for my first day of my senior year right now. It doesn't feel like a big deal because I already started my senior year this summer. If that makes sense, that only ended like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. So I didn't really have that much of a summer break, but I had to take that summer class in order to graduate on time. So it was worth it, and I did pretty well in the class. I got a B. I don't know if I ever said that. I'm not really nervous at all for these classes because I've done this for 4 years. I'm not nervous about trying to find my classes or anything. I have a feeling a few people are going to stop me asking where such and such is because that happens every first day. So I dressed a little cuter because it is the first day and because I'm on camera. Typically I wouldn't really dress this nicely for class, but I do have work after class today, so the days I have class I probably will dress a little nicer. Maybe not do makeup and everything, but like dress nicer because I will have work after class. My class is on the 3rd floor. I would take the elevator, but let's get some cardio, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. This is a good time to vlog in public, right? When there's nobody around? Yeah, okay. So I'm probably gonna end up taking the elevator after a few weeks of this nonsense, because this is too many fucking stairs. So I found my classroom. I've had this classroom before, just with a different class, a different professor, obviously, but it's pretty much like a small lecture hall. Oh, I'm tired. I hate stairs. But this window, there's a big window right here, and it has a really good view, but it's fogged up right now because it's raining outside. I hate stairs. But it's still really early, so I'm not gonna go in yet. I've also had this professor also just for a different class. So I'm just gonna chill here. This spot actually has a lot of sentimental value for me because this is where I pretty much decided I was gonna join the Air Force. I'd contemplated it for about a week and not telling anybody, and then I messaged my friend Ezra first and then Keaton, and they both said just go for it because a lot of it just made me so happy, and somebody's coming up the elevator, so I'm gonna end this clip right here. So my first class just ended and I'm about to head to my second. I've had this professor before. I don't really like him as a professor because he rambles a lot and then he says something important in the middle of his rambles. You don't really know what's gonna be important, but there was also a girl in there who I looked over at, like I gave a quick glance to, and she's just like, and then like rolled her eyes. I was like, okay bitch, I was just thinking you were pretty and now you're ugly because you're gonna be mean. And this class requires group work, so hopefully I can find a group. I don't really enjoy group work. I don't really know anybody in that class. Like I've had a couple classes with some people, but I don't really know anybody, so hopefully that'll go well. But I'm about to head to my second class. I've had this professor before as well. I had him for social psychology, and this is test and measurements, which is the last stats class I have to take to graduate. So I'm about to head to that, and then I have to go all the way across campus, like I said, for a communications class, and then come right back to this building. So I may end up just dropping that communications class and having an online communications class or online kind of perspectives class, so I don't have to run across campus. We'll just see how it goes today. I'll play it by ear, but if it's gonna cost me too much time, especially because my class after that is a very important class, and I don't want to be late for it. So if it's gonna cost me too much time, then I'll just drop it and do an online class. But with that being said, I'm gonna head to test and measurements. So I'm walking back from my car because I decided I'm gonna drop that communications class because I did go all the way there and I made it on time, barely, but there's just gonna be way too many requirements than what I expected from a perspectives course. And that's not the kind of pressure I'm looking for my senior year. I'm trying to really focus on my actual, there's people. Oh. I'm trying to actually focus on my major classes to graduate. So I'm not trying to focus on a perspectives class and work that hard in perspectives. And I know that sounds awful, but I'm really trying to have an easy senior year. So I'm just gonna look for online classes for like philosophy or sociology or something like that. Because that was a communications class and I wasn't interested in my first communications class that was required of me to take. So I went ahead and went in my car and got my school card so I can get food on campus because I am absolutely starving. I should have packed a snack, but I don't really have any snacks. So after my last class, I'll probably go to Winn-Dixie and get some snacks I can bring with me on campus. I'm out of breath and this is out of focus. So I'm on my way to the student union from my car, and then after I have a quick lunch, I'm just gonna go wait for my next class to start. It doesn't start until like 1:45 or 2 o'clock. I think it's 1:45, and then it lasts until 3:15. It is cognitive psychology, which is a really difficult class to take. So I think that's another reason it's smart of me to drop this communications class. Well, it's really hard for me to vlog in public, so I'm just gonna put this away until I get my food. I'm gonna go to Moe's and get a tofu burrito. It's really dark because I'm in the parking garage, but I got out of my last class a little early. The last time I updated you was when I was getting lunch. I got a bean burrito at Moe's, and then ate it in the library so I could have some peace and quiet because the student union was really loud, obviously, because it was like 1 p.m. So everybody was in there. So after I had my lunch, I went to my last class, which went really well. I've had that professor before as well. I had her for intro to psychology before I was even a psychology major. But I think she'll do better in this class simply because this is what her degree is cognitive psychology. I don't think she really enjoyed teaching the basics in intro to psych. I decided to drop that communications class because it was just gonna be way more work than what it was worth, because communications isn't my major. It required it wasn't a prerequisite, but it explained everything that they were going to be doing in that class, and I didn't take that class because I'm not a comm major. So like one of the requirements was like this 20-page slide, like PowerPoint presentation, and you can only talk on each slide for 20 seconds. And listen, I already don't do well with public speaking, and I don't know, that's just not something that I feel is necessary for what I'm going to be doing in the future. I can work on my public presentation skills with my other psychology classes because how many of them? Hold on, this is going to fall. That's the police officer. Hold on. What is my first class? Ooh. I think in all of my classes I have to present. So I don't really need the comm class for that. So I'm gonna try to find a perspectives class online, preferably a philosophy because I need a philosophy, and I was just gonna wait until next semester. So we're gonna do that. And if I can't find anything, then I'll just wait until next semester. It's really not the end of the world. So this is my last fall semester until I decide to go back for my master's/doctorate, which will be a couple years because I need a mental break from college for at least a year, maybe 2. And we'll just see where life takes me. But today was a good day, productive. I have a lot of homework to do, a lot of filling out my bullet journal and stuff like that. So it's about 3 now. I got out of my last class a little early, so I'm on my way to the apartment. I'm gonna walk the dogs, have a cup of coffee, and then go to work. And while I'm at work, I can work on homework. So that's really nice. And nothing is due. Actually, I do have something due Thursday. I was about to say nothing is due soon, but something is due Thursday. But beyond that, I think nothing's due until like next week. So I'll be fine. I gotta work on my online class too. Can you hear that? Oh dear God. I hope that's not messing with the audio. So I'm just gonna end this clip here, and I'll see you when I'm at home with the dog.